Good evening, everyone. So for the second to last discussion board, I decided to do topic 1, and it reads, regarding this module's instruction, what new idea will change the way in which you use intellectual property of others? So to be honest, I didn't know what intellectual property meant, but I really liked Simonson's definition in the book of it, and it just said it's a creation of minds. I love that definition because we all have so many ideas, and I've run into a lot of resources when I'm lesson planning that are so creative to me, and I'm so excited to use them. But to be honest, sometimes I'm so wrapped up in, oh, how am I going to incorporate this in my lesson? Or how can I modify this to best fit my students, that I sometimes forget to give the person credit, which I feel terrible saying because I know copywriting is actually like a big legal thing, but it's really important to give those people credit, because I know if I work hard on something and I put it out there for others to use, I would appreciate the respect of at least some acknowledgement. So I know also when I go to print things out, when I use different resources, it has the copyright stuff on there. But it's just important to remember that, to give credit where it's due. So I also want to share a scripture, because I also think of this in terms of honesty. So it's Ephesians 4:28. It says, "Let the thief no longer steal, but rather let him labor, doing honest work with his own hands, so that he may have something to share with anyone in need." I am not saying that we're thieves if we accidentally forget to give the person credit, but what I am saying is that person whoever created it worked hard to provide those resources for us, and it's important to acknowledge that. And I'm sorry, I'm going to go back to that scripture too. And when it says, so that he may have something to share with anyone in need, we as teachers always think of the needs of our students. And we are doing honest work. Teaching is in my opinion, is an honest occupation. So with that said, moral of the story is, I just think it's really important to make sure that you are following the intellectual property laws, and I wish that there is more education on it. I believe that my professor briefly touched about it in my undergrad, but it was never something that has ever been talked about in professional development or within departments. So I think it's just important to bring awareness to it. So I really enjoyed this week's lesson on that. I hope you guys have a good week.